All right, we're on. Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a while. Believe it or not, I just made this video, but I totally forgot to turn on the on-screen sharing, so now I'm remaking it. But basically, it's been a long time coming. It's actually been more than 2 months. It's more like 10 weeks. But I didn't want to do the video on the 21st of every month. I'd rather just push it a little bit to the first of each month. So yeah, this is more like 10 weeks. Keep that in mind. And quick notes, I've been taking this minoxidil prescription, and the other one, it's called like Proscar or something. I don't know the medical name. Anyways, no sexual side effects. It's been more than 2 months. So very happy about that, because I know people are worried about like, hey, I'm not going to have any sexual drive. Anyways, it's been fine with me. I think if you take it, don't look for these side effects. Like if they happen to you, okay, you'll notice them, but don't keep thinking this is going to happen. I think that just makes it worse. Anyways, my opinion. Let's get to the photos of here. So this is, wait, 1 second, 2 seconds, actually. I almost made the same mistake just now. Never again. Okay, I'll just share my whole screen, because I want you guys to see this. And I think we're in. Okay, perfect. So this is where we left off last time. You can see the date here on these info tags. All right. Now it's the next week. You can see here, there's a little bit of aggravation on my head. I would say, you know, when hairs grow through, they're kind of like pimply. And I actually had this skin condition to begin with called folliculitis. Yeah, you know, it's just like skin redness and stuff. So keep that in mind. Here, you can see the hairs, they're getting a little bit long. The ones that stayed in, that 10 to 20% that doesn't shed. It's on my birthday, by the way. But yeah, so I got like an empty head, but with a few long hairs. So I ended up cutting my hair at some point, maybe like in the next photo. I'm taking these like once on each weekend, by the way, typically like on Saturday. So that way you'll try to see some difference. You know, daily is just, there's no difference. But here, see, it's the 12th, the 19th. So here it was getting too long. Got like a few hairs hanging off my forehead, which is a weird feeling after a while. It's been so long since hairs hang on your forehead after the shower, but weird in a good way. Anyways, so I cut my hair down to, it was like a number 11. I used a beard trimmer. So I think that's standardized. It might be the same one at the barbershop. Here's the 26th, so that was just last week. And here was yesterday, outside, nice and bright. You can see the lighting there. Looks good. Okay, and you know, the redness is gone. So as far as how I feel about it, yeah, my hair is much more settled in. It's not nearly as like sensitive as it was before. And more so my scalp, just as much as my hair. And I prepared this little slides on the left and right. So this is me right before the operation. This is where we left off. This was a month after. And this is the 2-month update, which is really more like 10 weeks. So here is where I think we'll start to see progress. But that's it for the top of my head. Now I have a few other things to show you guys, and I'm glad I bought this microscope. So I've been taking these extremely close-up photos of my scalp using this microscope. I showed these photos last week, and I got a few more here. So let's take a look at them. Never mind this. I don't really know what it is. I'm guessing some sebum excretion. Gross. I know whatever, but I have quite an oily scalp, which works well and not so well sometimes. Anyways, notice the thickness, the varying thickness of the hairs. Like this one's super thin, medium thickness. So they're growing in. You know what? Let me turn on the info tags, because this means FR means front right of my hairline, my scalp, front middle, scalp. Interesting shape. Hairs here. See these. There's some hairs here that are so thin. Look at how small and fragile. Like, how did you even get to the surface? I'm proud of you just for making it there. Compared to these other hairs, you shouldn't even be there. But this is the kind of hair that I'm thinking is going to grow so much thicker, stronger, and longer that will show up a lot more over the next few to several months. So we're waiting for guys like this. Strangely shaped. That's the back middle. So this is kind of where I had hair to begin with, or it was still like, okay, pre-operation, that's where the edge of the receding was happening. So there's to be expected a little more hair here. And then of course they implanted some in that area to increase the density, the ever so important density. Now here we're at the back right. See these, same with these hairs, this is like a 3-hair graft here, and they're super thin, super short, you can't see them with the eye, but give them a few months and they will be good to go. So we got a lot of thin hairs here. The thin hairs to me are a good sign because that's what's coming. All right, got some thick hairs here, some small hairs. This is the back left. And now on the last in the front left, which should have been in the beginning with the first 2 front ones, but see some redness? That's because I was pressing the microscope against my skin and I used a dry paper towel. So that's what the redness, pinkness is about. Anyways, this area doesn't have a lot of hair growing in so far, even less than what it is currently on other spaces. So you can see here there's a large surface area with little to no hair, but just got to give it time. Anyways, that's it for the top of my head. I mean, if you're not interested in seeing the scar, then you're welcome to just, end the video. But I got some bonus material in here for you guys. So this is the FUT scar. Here you can see in the beginning. I didn't even think I was going to have a scar because they already took the stitches off. This was a week and a half, 2 weeks later. And I wasn't experiencing much shock loss until like, bam, like 3 weeks, loads of hair appeared on my pillow when I woke up. It fell out. And before you know it, there's like a candy bar sized shape of hair missing from the back of my head. You can see here, it's a little more prominent. It just looks like, I don't know, like a visor shape in the back of my head. Totally missing hair. And this is it yesterday. I think it's making progress. You can see some hairs in there. They're getting through. It's gonna take some time. It's only been 2 months. I'll give it 6 months before I even start to worry, but you can see this is the beginning. So I think it's made progress. Now on to the last album. So they also did some work on my brow, as you guys may know. Here, this weird motion thing is weirding me out, but here you can see I look like a bruised puppy because I'm just totally missing sections of eyebrow here and here, and this, because these two are connected, it makes it look even more prominent, even worse. And it's just gotten so much better. So you can still see it, but it's just a lot more mild. It looks only like half as bad. Because even putting a few hairs into an empty patch makes a big difference, the biggest difference. That's where you get the most return, so to speak, the opposite of diminishing returns, or the least amount of diminishing returns. Anyways, stop this screen share. Okay, great, now I'm back on the camera. So, yeah, that's the update. I'm thinking here is where the progress will really start. I've read a lot of blogs, and people say around 2 to 3 months is where the progress really picks up and starts to begin. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably make a separate video on the shock loss thing. But other than that, let me guys know if you have any questions. If you have recently or plan to maybe consider getting a hair transplant, definitely let me know. It's kind of cool to hear from you guys, as I have at least a couple of people already. So hope everyone's doing good. And we're in this together, the few of us out there in the digital world that are getting a hair transplant. So you guys know what's up. Anyways, let me know how your journey's going. And I hope you found this useful, interesting something. Anyways, let's talk soon, guys. Take care.